Hi, so today I am here to describe the 5 exercises that I've put on my blog for everybody to do this week just to get you moving, hopefully seeing some positive changes combined with the diet challenge we're doing for the second week now. And so I'm going to be giving you the regular version of each exercise and then any type of beginner variation that I think you might need. So it's important before any exercise routine that we are going to not only get the clearance of a physician to exercise, but also to do a quick warm-up, which can involve any type of joint mobility, light stretching. You want to do things that are going to get your body warm. If you have a jump rope, that's one of my favorite ways to warm up. You can do jumping jacks, you can do high knees, you can do butt kicks. So you have a lot of options of things to do to get your body warming. I like to do a lot of shoulder rolls because I do a lot of push-ups and things like that. So it's going to get your shoulders open. You can roll your ankles. You can rotate it the spine. So lots of options there. I'll leave that up to you. But we're going to start with the first exercise, which is a push-up. So I'm going to go over proper push-up form. So you're going to start with your hands right under your shoulders. And you're going to step back into the push-up position. So from here, you want your hips in line with your shoulders. So you don't want them to sink down, and you don't want them to come up. So hips are going to be right in line with your shoulders, hands under the shoulders. From here, you're going to lower your chest toward the floor and push up. And again, and push up. So to keep your hips in line with your shoulders, you want to make sure your abs stay really tight. If a full push-up is too challenging at this time, you can do the same upper body movement. You're just going to keep your knees on the ground this time. So hips again are still in line with your shoulders. Lower down and up, lower down and up. And if that just doesn't work for you, you can actually go to your couch or to your bed and use an elevated surface under your hands. So elevating your upper body is going to make this exercise just a little bit easier. So we're going to come down and up, down and up. Okay, so you're going to do 10 of those in the first round, okay? So the next thing you're going to do is just a simple body weight squat. And I see people using improper form on squats all the time, and it can be really dangerous for your joints. So what you want to do is you actually want to start standing with your feet about shoulder width apart. You want to keep your weight on your heels always in this squat, okay? So feet shoulder width apart, weight in the heels. What you want to do, you don't want to think about dropping your knees forward to squat. You actually want to think about sending your hips back, like you're trying to hit your butt with the back wall, or like you're trying to sit back in a chair. So we're going to actually have you reach your arms out as a beginner to squat. So it's going to give you a little bit of balance. And from here, you're going to sit back, not drop your knees. So you're going to sit back in a chair and stand. You're going to squeeze your butt when you stand, tighten your legs, sit back, and stand. Lots of different levels here. So we can go all the way down, which would be a deep squat here or here. But if you don't have the hip mobility at this time, you can just sit back, even if it's just to here. That's something. So ideally, thighs are going to go below parallel with the ground, but it's all a progression. So start wherever you are. You want to keep your abs really tight here as well for balance. And you always, always, always want to breathe. So inhale down and exhale to stand up. And you also want to make sure that your knees are in line with your toes. So you don't want your knees to collapse in. You don't want them to go too far out. When you bend, they're going to be in line with your toes. Okay, so you're going to do 20 squats. The next exercise we're going to do is you're going to want to watch. So we're going to do a 30-second plank, very similar to what we were doing in push-up. So you're going to come down. This time you're going to take your elbows to the floor, and you're going to step into plank position, which is essentially the same as push-up position here, except you're on your forearms. Hips are in line with your shoulders. They're not here, they're not here, they're here. You're going to just hold this position, really keep your abs tight. You want to keep your butt tight, your legs, everything's working here, okay? So this is a really good core training exercise, and you're going to do that for 30 seconds, okay? So that's our third exercise. Fourth exercise are burpees. These are one of my favorite exercises. My clients always say that they hate them, but they're really good for you. So to start, I'm going to do the most advanced variation, and then I'm going to regress it a little bit. So to start, you have basically 6 movements. First movement, you're going to bend down, put your hands on the ground. From here, you're going to jump into push-up position. From here, you're going to do a push-up. From here, you're going to jump forward and jump up. So, quick version, here, and up, okay? So, if that's just too much for you right now, doing 10 of those will really get your heart rate up. So here are some other things that you can do. You can lead out the push-up, so that would look like this. Or we can actually do a stepping version of it. So you would bend down, hands down, step out, step in, and stand, or you can still jump. So you have a lot of options here with what you can do with the burpee. So do your best variation of it with good form and you'll be good to go. So the last exercise we're going to do is a seated bicycle, which is just a little bit harder than a regular bicycle. So I'm going to show you the seated bicycle first, and then I will show you the regular bicycle that you can do as a variation. Now you're going to do 25 of these, but it doesn't mean 1, 2. For every side that you do counts as 1. I'll explain that more. So what you want to do is you want to take your feet off the ground. You want to rotate your legs like bicycle, okay? Like you're riding a bicycle. From here, you're going to go diagonally. So you're going to reach across the leg that's near your chest. Here, and here, and here. So it looks like this from the front. Here, here. Okay? So for every time you do that, it's kind of like a half. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, okay? 4, that's what I mean. If that's too challenging, you can do the same thing, but you're gonna lie down, okay? So from here, you would take your hands behind your head, knees up, so you're gonna take opposite elbow to knee. Here, 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 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? For 25. So this is a really good core exercise, and I think one that is good for us to end with in this series. So as I've explained on the blog, you're going to do 10 push-ups, then you're going to do 20 squats, you're going to spend 30 seconds in plank, then you are going to do 10 burpees, and you're going to finish with the seated bicycles. But that's not really all. I want you to actually repeat that whole series 5 times is ideal, 3 to 5 times. So if you're a beginner, do anything that you can do. Given the beginner modifications, and that's great because you'll progress on to the more advanced variations. If anybody has any questions about these exercises, please feel free to leave them as comments, and I will see you soon.